all over. It's flooding the internet. Ashlee Janae, yes.
Okay.
Ashlee Janae.
Ashlee Janae.
Yeah.
Very beautiful girl.
Very, very beautiful. A lot of people knew of her and spoke very highly and well of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, she said some very provocative things about black men.
Social media influencer and divester, Ashlee Janae, who was found in Zanzibar, unalived, apparently accused by her fiance.
So they have put out more updates on 31-year-old Ashlee Janae, unfortunately found unalived over there in Tanzania while she was on vacation with her boyfriend, and she ended up getting engaged to him while they was on vacation over there in Tanzania. And then they ended up having an altercation to where they ended up having separate rooms, and then a short time after that they ended up finding Ashlee Janae inside of the room unresponsive and are having issues to breathe, and they rushed her off to the hospital when she unfortunately passed away the next day. So the family has been saying that Ashlee Janae's fiance Joe McCann has not really been contacting them and are communicating with them, and also that the family has been demanding for the hotel to release the surveillance footages so therefore they could try to see that surveillance footage to see exactly what happened that night with Ashlee Janae over there in Tanzania.
Ashlee Janae, social media influencer, 31, went to Zanzibar with her white boyfriend. Got proposed to, and then they found her gone.
I don't know if he did it, but what I'm saying is, you know how bold you got to be as a white man to take your black woman to Africa and kill her?
The laws are different.
That makes sense. You can kill a woman in peace in Africa. So that's where I would do
A
it.
stupid mother. Craig is a stupid mother, man. Y'all think it's me. It's Craig.
How we know she didn't
You
try
could
to
kill bitch
in peace? Come on. He might have hung her in self-defense.
You a stupid
They could have got
motherfucker,
into
dog.
it, and that was the only way for him to defend himself. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. Rest in peace to her.
Somebody said the disrespectful part was when he didn't call the parents.
Why would I call the parents? That ain't my job.
It's kind of sad to hear, but after seeing a lot of tweets from old girl in regards to how she felt about black men, this is a very rare situation.
And it ties along the situations of the same thing with women. When it's like, we don't care about you dating outside your race. That's cool, but don't put down your race to justify
What you doing?
dating outside of your race.
Yeah.
And that goes for men and women.
Oh yeah, because old boy last year, I forgot what it was named. Old boy was by his white girlfriend, and he had a lot of tweets saying negative things about black women.
His family tried to harvest black women's labor after this man was cruel, callous, and nasty to them during life. I'm so proud of all the black women who stayed on code and refused to give any sympathy to this idiot.
I felt the same way about him that I feel about her.
I mean, granted, if you have personal experiences, then say that. Don't generalize and whitewash everybody as a whole. So when you do that, then people don't try to find out.
Yeah.
I hope the sisters listen. When you go to these other countries, if you are in a bad way, what's a bad way? If you ask me, that picture is in a bad way. What are you doing with that man? What are you doing with that man? What are you doing with this man?
Right.
Why are you leaving everything you know to go on a vacation with a man who is, watch this, this the bold statement. Not your age bracket or race. What are you doing?
Now, this isn't some new reveal. There have been always discussions of this man being around Ashlee. I remember there was a comment under one of her Instagram posts with her and the white man, and somebody said he's gonna you. And sure enough, it happened. I wasn't surprised that it happened because I've seen this happen a lot. This is there are a lot of white men out here who get with black women,
and it's for a fetish.
yeah, and it's a fetish. That's what it is. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They get with these men, they get with these black women as fetishes.
All these white women get with these black men.
Same thing, and vice versa.
Treat their kids, their biracial kids, bad. It's because it's a fetish.
And it's part of this narcissistic generation where they just have to show them off online, and it's not one thing to divest. You have to let it publicly be known how you feel about black men.
I mean, we're still going to, say RIP because
Yeah.
it's sad what happened.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Nobody deserves anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because more importantly, this guy who, her fiance, he needs to be in jail.
Yeah,
he needs to be held accountable
Why
for
he's not
his
even
crimes,
in jail?
regardless of what this woman said or did.
Yeah.
And same way I felt about white woman who did old boy last year.
Yeah.
These people need to be held accountable for what they did and harm them. But this is another example of, the other side not necessarily being better for you in the end.
My boyfriend decides to report it weeks after she dies. And they show a video of them, being cute, racial, cute, dumb videos that people do. So he doesn't know how it happened. It's disgusting and f***ed up that she had to suffer this. And her family. My thing is that I'm glad it's not a black dude, because black men get so much bad and negative stereotypes. Bad people come in all races, but for some reason black men just they're the fucking worst. Just the worst. But then people go to the other side and the same happens. I'm really happy that it wasn't a black man. When it's other races, non-black men that do this up shit, I go, finally, some relief. And I feel bad for this woman and her family, and I believe that this bald-headed, thumb-looking son of a...
And like Godfrey said, I'm kind of in a sick kind of way with the amount of vitriol and hate that she had towards black men. I'm kind of glad it wasn't a black man that did this, just because somehow, some way, they're always going to involve us. And sure enough, if you look at the comments, somehow, some way, a white man, possibly black woman who didn't like black men, and sure enough, we're mentioned everywhere. Black men this, black men that. The comments black men are saying, like, they're even ignoring the white suspect just so they can use this as an excuse to attack us. Somehow, some way, we're involved in this. The fact that it was a black country, they're more concerned with our reaction to the crime than the actual crime itself. But that's why I feel a lot of divestors are mentally ill. I feel like they have an insecurity. They've experienced some sort of trauma dating, and I think they use divesting as a bullshit excuse to not deal with their hurt and their pain.
Exactly.
So they hop over to the other side, believing it's different, knowing it's really not, and they end up with somebody a lot worse.
I ain't going nowhere with nobody where I know they got paper and I ain't got shit, and I'm outside the U.S. at my age and wisdom now. That girl didn't know no better. Right. She probably thought, you better get out of here. He was like, bitch, ain't nobody coming to save you.
And that's the point. It's not different. It's possibly going to be worse.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
Sometimes they willing to take that risk for that.
You still willing to take that jump.
And you add in the fact this dude had money. He had lots of money.
And that'll bring him in. But like my mom and dad always said,
All
if you
money
like
ain't
it,
good
no.
I love it.
If you like it, I love it.
But here's the part that got me about the whole shit. She was supposed to be a high life social media influence, luxury and shit. Her family is on GoFundMe trying to raise money for her funeral. So she was faking it.
This is a little bit diabolical to me, considering that this young lady was just on vacation in Tanzania. Now listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive, I'm just being straight up. You mean to tell me that she has a multi-million-dollar cryptocurrency boyfriend, technically fiance, and her family needed to create a GoFundMe? Something is not right. Something is not right.
Her family raised $40,000 on GoFundMe.
If she's a socialite, she would have been.
And
That wouldn't have been nothing.
Like you said, her husband's a millionaire.
Yeah.
He ain't paid for it.
No, I think all of it came from him.
Man, I'm looking at him in all the pictures. That in charge of his destiny. He know what he doing. He found somebody that ain't finna be investigated. Cause they're not investigating your Instagram model ass. You just gone.
Did they really find her hanging though?
Look how he look in that picture.
Yeah, he likes finna go down. Yeah,
I'm noticing all the pictures.
I bet you got a policy.
That's the I'ma get this bitch look.
So now that they've raised 40,000, what's gonna happen to this dude? Because in my honest opinion, I think he's a racist that's like a part of a racist group, and this was like an initiation to get in. That's really why I think he snapped.
I don't know.
Abroad?
Yeah, abroad. He killed abroad.
In a black country.
Yeah, in a black country.
I don't know.
It just don't sit right overall with me. But at the end of the day, I definitely feel he needs to seek justice. She shouldn't have died. I don't believe in that. I do believe people who divest, they shouldn't die. But sometimes people have to have traumatic experiences to understand the other side of the coin isn't necessarily the best either. But what I'm basically saying is, if you are going to divest, you shouldn't have to put down the men that you're divesting from in order to big up yourself. To me, that's where the mental illness part of divesting comes from, is that hatred comes from insecurity and maybe a trauma response to something that happened. So,
has that man been arrested yet?
No, they still ain't.
And who can arrest him?
Nobody. He get a
The
police.
Tasmanian
His
government.
passport apparently.
They what? Say that again.
They're just holding his passport so he can't leave.
He's stuck in Africa, man. All he got to do is get him $250. He getting
Boy,
off.
you stupid than a mother.
It don't take much in Africa, man.
Get him up 85 Chevy with rim.
He is cool.
I'm saying to all you sisters who think that you know what you're doing, once you leave the U.S., you really are unaccounted for, and you'll find out the hard way a lot of times.
hopefully this dude gets brought to justice.
I hope so, because definitely justice needs to be served.
Yeah. Agreed. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out.